Welcome to today's broadcast. No matter what kind of day you are having, please remember that God is big and He is good. He is bigger and better than you think. Listen to the words of 19th century financier Jay Gould. It was the custom when men received nominations to come to me for contributions, and I made them and considered them good-paying investments for the company. In a Republican district, I was a strong Republican. In a Democratic district, I was a Democrat. And in doubtful districts, I was doubtful. In politics, I was an Erie Railroad man all the time. Now, such a comment reveals much about financier Jay Gould, 1836 to 1892, who was worth approximately $77 million at his death. Gould was obviously quite skilled at gaining the world through his cunning. But at what expense? He appears to have been guided by a worldview of self-preservation at all costs. Characters like Gould have been common throughout history and continue to be today. While such a desire for self-preservation at the expense of others is noticeable in men and women like Gould, it isn't as noticeable in people that are more like you and me. I have to admit that my application of having faith in God has been, for most of my life as a Christian, all about self-preservation. Isn't it only logical to the human mind that self must come before anyone else? I mean, after all, how can I help someone else if I haven't first of all helped me? My logic says that what good is a relationship with Jesus unless it's on my terms? My logic says that I must focus on me if I want to stay alive. My logic says that if I don't gain success in this world, I won't have amounted to much at all. But human logic is not God's logic. We read in Matthew 16, 24 through 28. And Jesus said to His disciples, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then He will reward each according to his works. Assuredly, I say to you, there are some standing here who shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in His kingdom." The cross was an instrument of death in Jesus' day, and now it is the place of death to our concept of self-preservation. Death on a cross was a horrible, violent death, and death to our own sense of self-preservation is no less horrible and violent. A human nature doesn't go down without a fight. Everything within my human nature says that I will die if I don't look after me before anyone else. And everything within my human nature will resist to the death any effort I make to turn my life over to the Lord for His purposes and not for mine. If you have been using faith to try to promote your own interests before His, you may be gaining the world. But what are you losing as a result? For more, please visit GiveMeThatMountain.org, and you have a wonderful day.